Hello and welcome to another one of my videos, and if you have never seen me before, welcome to my channel. First of all, I'd just like to quickly apologise for the slapdashness of this video. Obviously you can see I'm at my desk, not my normal setting, and that is because I am just jam-packed with work today, but I promised myself I'd make a video every Monday and every Thursday, so here we are. So I've just quickly set up the tripod, got the camera out, and I'm just trying to film this in between a load of narration projects. So yeah, so you might have seen on the title already that I'm going to be doing the small booktube tag. Really excited about this one. I'm also really excited to do as many tags as possible. I think they're so fun. And if you have any questions at all, follow the questions about anything that I talk about in this video, please feel free to put up a comment or DM me, or send me a letter or whatever, a telegram. Then please do so, and I will do my best to give you a satisfying answer to whatever you may have proposed. So without further ado, let's get into it. The small booktuber tag questions. Question 1. Introduce yourself. Well, I'm Johnny, as you may have gathered already by my channel name. I am an audiobook narrator, also an audiobook editor. I work freelance, both on my own projects and for Pro Audio Voices. I live in England, in the north of England, near the city of York. What else do I do? I like reading, I like audiobooks, I like narrating audiobooks, I like editing audiobooks, I like listening to audiobooks, I like watching YouTube videos, I like eating pizza, and yeah, that's pretty much sums me up. God, that sounds so boring. That's the general gist anyway. Question 2, how long have you been on Booktube? I have been on Booktube, well, I've been on Booktube about 4 weeks, but that's not really accurate because I had a channel like a couple of years ago and we did that for a few months. We would like read the same books and review them every week, and then she had to go and have kids and ruined our YouTube career. So, I'm only kidding. So we stopped doing it, but I'm trying to bring it back. So maybe Lou will get on the channel again someday. But yes, so this channel about 4 weeks. Question 3, what types of videos do you make? So I review audiobooks mostly under a little sort of show called the Audiobook Club. The hope is to have enough people watching to do sort of live Zoom sessions, and maybe, or talk about the same book every single month, and, chat about audiobook recommendations and that sort of thing. So I do audiobook reviews, I do audiobook recommendations, I do book reviews, I do book recommendations, and then I also do tags and things like this, a little bit of behind the scenes, on the fly kind of filming, and I also do vlogs as well. They're the most fun I have doing this whole YouTube thing. I love vlogging. I've vlogged on another channel for about 4 or 5 years, maybe even more than that actually, thinking about it. I've vlogged, I'm 23 now, and I've vlogged not consistently, but I've made probably a vlog every month, evened out, since I've been about 15. Yeah, so I really like vlogs. I don't do enough of them because I don't do that many interesting things. But yeah, so I do all of those kind of things. I will link my other vlogging channel down below. I don't upload consistently. It's usually like whenever we go on holiday, or whether I'm doing something interesting that I want to remember, and that has been less and less during the pandemic. So but feel free to check out the older vlogs, and maybe hopefully there will be some new ones coming up soon, or I might just upload them to this channel. I don't know, I haven't thought this through yet. I just don't know. Question 5. What type of books do you read? Well, I read anything. I don't like to put a sort of a strict answer on that one, a strict limit on that answer, because I like to be open for, as much as possible. I started out basically just reading autobiographies. I started out reading and listening to audiobooks of autobiographies of people that I liked on the telly, or I admired or whatever, and then like business non-fiction books and stuff. Sort of fell back into love with reading and listening to audiobooks, and now I just kind of go wherever the mood sort of takes me. I listened to The Catcher in the Rye not so long ago, really enjoyed that. I'm reading Treasure Island because I've never read it before, so I'm reading that currently. I'm also listening to the new Star Wars audiobook narrated by Mark Thompson. Loving that right now. I read, what else have I read recently? This Is Going to Hurt by Adam Kay. So again, like kind of a non-fiction there as well. It's not kind of, it is a non-fiction. So just kind of whatever takes my fancy at that time. You know, romances. As an audiobook narrator, I narrate mostly romances, mostly kind of paranormal romances, fantasy romances, that kind of thing. Occasionally non-fiction business books, but they're not really the most common. But yeah, so just anything that gets me going, you know. I looked at you really weirdly while I said that. I apologize. And finally, question 6. What is your favorite video that you've ever made? That I've ever made is 2. So I used to be a videographer before I got into the audiobook thing, and I did like a kind of like a mini documentary about an opening of an art gallery, and it was the opening exhibition was a photographer and who was a taxi driver, and he used to take pictures of all of the people who used to get in his taxis and over like the course of like 2 years he had some amazing photographs. Portraits of like just people in all sorts of situations, you know, drunk people coming back from a night out, people in like who were going to get married and eloping and stuff. There's all sorts of crazy stories, and these portraits were like, you know, you could just tell the story and the pain in some of them, and the forgiveness and the love in others. And yeah, and that video is called Taxi. It's on my Vimeo, and that was probably the favorite video I've ever made. Or my latest holiday vlog, because we went up to Scotland. It was during the pandemic, so we just drove up to Scotland when it was allowed, and had like 4 days for my birthday in a cabin in the middle of nowhere. And me and Jess just spent the entire sort of Monday to Thursday walking around hills and mountaintops, and we like didn't see anyone for 4 days basically, apart from like the person who worked at Sainsbury's. And yeah, it was wonderful, and I vlogged it, and that's probably my second favorite video ever, but most recently my favorite video I've ever made, because I get to look back at it and think I was so happy there, and I'm happy anyway, but there it was just something special, and I feel like you can just tell from the video, you could just sort of tell through the camera, or I can anyway. And you know, there's 2 views on a video, and one of them is me. So you know, as long as I can look back at them and enjoy them, that's what matters. Right. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the original posting of this tag. Like I always try and like to give credit to the person who came up with it. And I can't find them, unfortunately, so I apologise for that, but it's a really good tag, it's a really good idea, so yeah, I have my appreciation that way. As for tagging people, I'm supposed to tag some folks who want to join in. Now, I don't know that many people in this community, unfortunately, yet. I'm really excited to start getting to know people that little bit more, and maybe do some collabs in the future and that sort of thing. So if you haven't done this tag before and you are watching this video, I tag you, and feel free, even if you have never made a video before, even if you're just like a watcher and you don't have your own channel, if you do have your own channel, fantastic, and create a video, just go out and do it, and yeah, and tag me in it, and or at least just let me know that you've posted it so I can go and watch. I think that'd be really, really fun. So yeah, so please feel free to check out any of the other videos on this channel, or you know, the other channel that I mentioned. All the information should be down there in the description. And if you feel like you might get something out of it, please feel free to subscribe. If not, no worries. And I will see you hopefully in the next one.